Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trekking Across the Universe. Today is April 28th, uh, 2024, and we are really excited about the happenings in the Bad Batch. And we want to remind everyone, we want to thank everyone first and foremost on our YouTube page. We're up to 262 subscribers. Far cry from what it was a year ago. I think we were like at 30. So it's actually quite good. Numbers are getting to be much more out there. So we ask you to like, subscribe, and follow. Please, you're helping out the network. Have, our goal is 1 million, but for right now, our real goal is 1,000. So we can get to 1,000. Everything changes on YouTube. So it's really
Can we
really
get
good.
up to like 300 or 500 first? Let's baby steps.
Hey, we're at 262, so our goal is 1,000, folks. So yeah, it is baby steps, but it's all good. I do want to welcome every. You know who I am. Let's just get to it. We have a lot to talk about. I am Roger, of course. Thank you for joining us. Just over here to my right, Michael. Good evening. How are you, young man? Oh, and by the way, Michael, before you answer that, of course, I'm going to monopolize. I miss all of you guys. I haven't been on air in a long time. I'm so excited about this. So sorry, Michael.
Let's just go on to Gina.
Oh,
Hi,
aw.
Michael. How are you, Michael?
Omega's coming, so everything has changed.
Yes. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good, doing good. I'm gonna move some people around. So there you
Okay. Well, sounds fair. We'll go ahead and do that. And now, Gina. Good evening, Gina. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Well, I think we're doing well. I don't
We're
want to
doing
speak for
good.
everyone else, but I do want to welcome Admiral Greg as well. Greg, how you doing?
Good evening. Doing well. Spring's coming slowly.
Do you still have the winter conditions out there? Are you like
Well, the
like
mud is starting to dry up. That foot or so of snow that we got a few weeks ago, that was a big surprise. So, other than that, starting to get the itch for spring cleaning.
I'm trying to do some of that myself, so who knows? I've been scanning lots of documents and starting to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, but that's neither here nor there. I do want to say that I have received two gifts. I Usually the audience can see it, so my most recent ones are right there: the Lego X-wing and the Lego TIE Bomber. So they're just a bit to my just there. So I'll bring them over to show them a little bit, and we'll see. And if you guys have your toys, have them ready to go, and we'll see. But all right, all kidding aside, folks, please head on over to ndbmedia.net. Check out what's going on. We've had a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff that is upcoming as well. So I'm Palpatine / Royer or Sheev, and I guess Omega is having difficulties. So
Oh,
maybe Omega will be able to join us shortly. So, folks, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to be going over episodes 12, Juggernaut, episodes 13, Into the Breach, not onto the breach, but into the breach, and episode 14, Flash Strike. So, before anything else, what are your thoughts as we get into it, overriding arcs? Because after today, there's only one more. There's only one more episode. Oh, there you go, Gina. You reacted. Tell me what's up.
Oh. Well, I actually watched it with my grandson today, and I really felt like it was filler. It was a lot of filler, and to get us to the final episode. And he said the same thing, but he hadn't watched any of the other episodes. So
now, was this on the latest episode, or was it 12, 13, or 12 or 13?
all three of them, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was my take on it, though.
I'm not prepared to argue that right now. I'm probably gonna. That's the reason why I asked. I felt episode 12. Michael, I've used this in the past, right? Script logic. We have to get to where we have to. I mean, that's what happened in the Phantom Menace, folks. The problem with the Phantom Menace is we know where it ends, and it has to get there.
Crazy.
So we do. Hi, Omega. How are you? We're picking everything up. Hi, Omega.
And then
Omega's been taken away by one of those guards.
Yes, there is a dog back there. Omega, why don't you let us know when you're ready to go? Drop us a message. And I'm going to go ahead and mute Omega for the time being.
Yeah, she is.
I thought of episode 12 being filler, Gina.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I didn't think that much of 13 and 14, but fair enough. Greg, did you think of the same? Did you think it was filler? I think you were nodding there, right?
A little fillery. I was actually pretty disappointed
Sorry.
that they went back to Omega surrenders herself, and but I'm kind of glad to see the character dynamics as they're wrapping towards the climax and finale. It was really interesting to see them go off and rescue Rampart. And it was really good, even though it was kind of sad to see Omega get thrown into the vault. I enjoyed, especially in the last episode, getting her interactions with the other prisoners, the other children that were.
That was what I had a kind of a problem with. They reintroduced each other, but they didn't act like they knew each other.
They didn't know each other because she was held upstairs. She didn't know about the vault until
she was
9?
upstairs the whole time.
Right.
She never met those kids before.
Never met them. Didn't even know they were there. Yeah, because whatever the tall.
Did we just see them by themselves?
We did.
Yeah.
In the Emery episode.
Right. When Dr. Carr was introduced to them, it's because she took over, right? Where she says, well, I think I'm next in line. So, okay, next in line. Check this out.
And this is what's going on. She didn't know either.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what totally threw me, because I knew the one kid had tried to escape, and there was a big to do with that, and the little owl.
I actually had to rewatch 5. I watched the last 5. I had to rewatch the 2 before this because I hadn't watched them in 4 weeks, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I commented to Michael that I saw episode 11 as well, in addition 12, 13, and 14 deliberately. So I kind of did the same thing, Greg.
Did the same thing. Yep.
I was able to see all the episodes yesterday. I was watching episode 14. I know I'm spatial, sorry. And I was watching it again just before we went live, which was really cool. And I can't argue that, Gina. There was a bit of filler there, and even into the other episodes.
Yes.
But hey, I'm still in. I'm not disappointed in any way. And speaking of not being disappointed in any way, Omega, how are you?
Thank God. I swear to goodness I need tech to get in here. My Bluetooth kept absolutely routing every second time I would go into the car.
Oh.
Well, what was going on in the car was rather entertaining.
No, that was me cursing it out. I didn't mean that you realized you guys heard it. I'm sorry.
We heard
we did.
everything.
Yeah.
And we have
kidding me.
uploaded it to the webpage.
I am so sorry.
Family or pets, but
No, it was just me being totally ticked off. I apologize, guys. I am so sorry.
No, it was actually kind of funny. It was kind of it was a bit odd. We did catch a swear word. It was kind of funny. We all played it off. We know.
I didn't hear
I
anything.
missed that.
Oh, I
Let's say it again.
Oh, I am so sorry. No, I'm not, because I know what swear word it was.
It was actually kind of funny. And I was mortified. I'm like, oh, okay, well, folks, the memo's going out Monday, and it's not related to you, Liz. It's not. But all kidding aside, Tony Konopka. Sorry, Michael. I didn't mean to cut you off on that one. Tony Konopka just gave us a like on Facebook, I believe it was. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Tony, if you're watching Bad Batch and you want in, come on in, brother. And I'm looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully we'll be there on Saturday. So we'll see. But again, a lot of stuff going over. Your thoughts, Omega, as we get going, and then we're going to get into the episodes.
My thoughts on what particular episode, or just in general?
I think we're going to take them in order, of course, but just your thoughts.
Overall.
Overall as we get going.
Overall, there was some very good points. There were some very points, different areas that hit me kind of funny, and I have some comparisons to that. And we already knew she was going to, find her way out. We already knew that certain factions, shall we say, would definitely be siding up. So, yeah, it's very interesting.
Now, I'm not sure if Michael thought the same thing, but just before you were coming in, Omega, Gina, Greg, and myself were of the same mind that parts of these episodes were filler.
Sorry.
That was funny, Gina. That was funny. Oh my God, Gina's mortified right now.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Oh,
This is why we don't pre-record this stuff.
Live television, folks.
It's
Live streaming.
baby. You're still
That's
muted,
awesome.
Gina. You're still muted. Oh,
No, she
whoa.
knows. She's
Still barking.
she's-
Oh, there it is.
Okay, it's springtime here, and this is the first time in the house, and we're finding all kinds of critters. So
Awesome.
so
foxes,
they're
and
finding lots of critters.
raccoons, and snakes, and
Oh.
they're not
Okay.
taking it well. So
Understood. I should be
so
laughing.
sorry about that.
Not at all, Gina. If you heard us, it was classic. And then when you did a gesture like this, maybe you were talking to him about the barking. I was gonna say, "Hey, Gina, let's see if we can read your lips." Oh my God, that was hilarious.
All right,
Folks,
I'm so
That's
sorry.
why we don't record. It's live, baby. It's the way it is. So we were talking, Omega, that we thought there was some filler. I really felt in episode 12 there was filler, but looking back, yeah, I think it was a little, to quote Greg, a little fillery. I like that.
It's
I
like
would
fan
tend to
feels.
agree. Yeah, I tend to agree 100%. But there were some lighthearted moments, especially after a couple of the real heavy stuff that we had 2 episodes ago. I get some of the filler, but
Okay.
it was a bit much.
Understood. All right, then, folks. We're going to give some credit where credit is due because the series is unfortunately coming to an end. I want to remind everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. You're helping us out. And we're going to start with episode 12, Juggernaut. Greg is always real good at being able to get me the runtime. I did not write it down. It was
I didn't
directed
either.
by Stuart Lee, written by Ezra Nachman, and story by Matt Michnovetti. So I know I'm butchering their last names, and I apologize, folks, but we haven't been giving them credit on these episodes, so I want to do that now. Episode 12, Juggernaut. Opening scene, Omega returns to Tantus and is tested. Cut it out. Get rid of the administrative bureaucracy. Herstein, shut up. Don't let her sit down. Don't feed her. Don't change. Test her. It was right away. The episode got going. Your thoughts, guys, as we move forward on the episode. And there was a lot of filler in episode 12. It moved quickly. Folks, I've never taken notes of an episode in just 3 paragraphs.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Episode,
you missed our other episodes on the other shows that we had.
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
I have a total of 4 pages for all 3. But episode 12 was only 3 paragraphs. And I started episode 13 at the bottom. And episode 13 goes to the very top. And episode 14 is page 2, page 3, and page 4. Wow. So, because there was a lot. So, Omega, you were a little bit behind in getting in here. So, what were your thoughts on episode 12?
I think it was most definitely filler, and I actually made a comment at the end of the whole thing. I swear to God, the whole episode was so, to me, slapstick, and until the very last scene, where they're talking about the vault, the whole thing was so lighthearted and slapstick. I swear to God, it seemed like a cross between the Fast and Furious meets the A-Team. Especially a couple of scenes in there was very reminiscent of the A-Team.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even
Liz,
think of that.
That's actually
I
a perfect description.
It really
know?
is.
I think it works because when I saw that scene, it reminded me a bit of The Mandalorian when we saw the wheel trucks again. and it did remind me of some other images that we see, maybe in a little bit of the Solo movie, except we know they were on a track. It was kind of similar to that, but I didn't think it was lighthearted, Liz, but yeah, you're right, it was. So, folks, stormtroopers evac while Hunter and Batcher look on. I don't know who took care of Batcher.
He kind
Yeah, I
of
wondered the same thing.
He disappeared.
Gina?
I thought he was going to show up. There was a scene. I can't remember what episode, but I thought, oh, Batcher's going to show up right now. No,
Oh,
didn't.
yeah,
Not-
because
can't remember
he-
which scene.
he's there at the very beginning of episode 12 where the stormtroopers are evacing and Hunter and Batcher look on. Crosshair knows. Okay, then I'm moving fast on my notes because it did move fast, even though it was filler. Crosshair knows of someone, and he mentions Admiral Rampart, who's at an Imperial labor camp, and Aramis. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And then Fee Genoa calls in a favor for the schematics of the prison camp. So yes, it was filler insofar as, like I say, script logic. We know
Mhm.
where we have to get.
Yeah.
And I have to give it to them. My thinking was, okay, I get it. No one knows where Tantus is. And the security in this has been absolutely awesome that it hasn't gotten out. So I appreciate that they had to go and do something to finally get the answer as to where Tantus was. It wasn't like, oh, we detected a signal, you know.
Oh, let's look at the map. It's right here.
Right.
Oh. That's funny, yes. Or,
Oh,
or call
God.
on a Jedi to say, hey, in the archives, there's something missing from the map here. It wasn't anything like that. But it was really good in how they did that. Now, Wrecker, Hunter, and Crosshair board a wheel tank and commandeer. And I believe that's where, in the escape attempt, Rampart, I said Rappaport, didn't I?
It's not
Ram-
Rappaport.
Yeah, I know. Was there a movie that had
Yes.
the title of Rappaport in there? Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
Rappaport. Yeah.
Yes. Rampart immediately recognizes him as CT-9974. I'd forgotten his number. And of course, they jumped the tank on the bridge. I thought that was cool.
Yep.
How they were breaking through the barriers and then they
Right.
jumped the tank. I
Did you
gotta admit,
notice
that
the
was-
music swelled? Sorry, did you notice the music swelled in the background just as they did that? That's between that and the jump. It was exactly 100%.
It was
Yeah.
it was fun action. It
It
was very
was.
fun action. I love them like charging down that bridge, and
Mhm.
of course I loved the Juggernaut ever since I first saw it in Clone Wars.
So
Michael?
I just felt, I could say I didn't consider it filler because it was moving.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And there were some things that you're right, but script logic, they had to do it. They had to get
Right.
going. So I don't know if I'd consider it really filler. I mean, filler to me is like none of this is even necessary. Now,
Right.
this stuff was necessary in my book. So that's the only difference of opinion that I have about this. But I felt that it was necessary because we needed it to get the story moving. So
Folks, it's called Juggernaut, but there were several times that they had to jump. They had to jump through hoops to get to what they were doing, and they were physically jumping. They jumped the
Yeah.
bridge, they jumped the other one, and then when Wrecker, I don't know about you guys, but when Wrecker was on it and the gap was getting more, and he says, "I can't do it," my first thought was, "Son of a,"
Yeah.
so Wrecker's
yeah,
next.
he's gone.
I didn't utter it out loud, but when I was watching the screen, my thing was, "Oh man!"
It
you
looked
know?
to me when he jumped that he didn't jump far enough. It looked like,
Yeah.
that he's going to be short. For a
he's also a bigger guy too,
right.
a little bit more
That's why.
muscular, shall we say?
I agree,
Yeah.
Gina. I'm
He's
not
our
a math major.
WWE guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, right. It should have
See
been.
the one that threw Rampart across?
yes,
Oh, and you know what's really funny as you watch all 3 episodes, Rampart is manhandled by Wrecker throughout the whole episode. He's being pushed, he's being thrown, he lifts him up. I thought it was subtle, it was nice, because Rampart ended up as a vice admiral. He's
Mm.
getting pushed around or manhandled by a clone. So yeah, you know what? Looking back, it was a lot more funny than I would have given it credit for. It was good. Um, the rescue by Fee Genoa, that was really good, and of course, this is where they determine that Tantus is a real secret because even Rampart didn't know. And I liked how he realized he worked it out. Well, I was getting to be a vice admiral. Come on, he worked it out. He says, "You're not going to kill me, even though I don't know. You're not going to kill me." So I did appreciate that. Now, we switched back to Tantus as a lot of action, folks. This was about 15, 18 minutes of action that really, if you think about it, it was a lot that was going on there. The results come back, and Carr yielded a favorable M count replication. Oh, I'm sorry. Carr says yielded a favorable M count replication. Hemlock takes Omega to the secure vault and says, "This is your new home." And then says, "They are the rest of the puzzle, and this is your new home." So when he says they are the rest of the puzzle, I believe he's talking about the other subjects, right?
Mm.
Correct.
That was the way
The
I saw it.
children, not the subjects.
Greg, thank
No
you.
matter what a certain witch says.
Even though I didn't mention it, the tank, it's called the Juggernaut, and that's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I figured it was something like that.
Yeah. I had actually forgotten that myself, and it was good. So look, I know we all have different opinions on the episode, but I don't think it was a bit of a letdown. Even though I thought maybe it was a little bit of filler, I think I mentioned that earlier. I don't have a problem with it because they're really, this is bigger. This is the Harry Potter line when they're on the bridge. When he says,
Mm.
"Okay, guys, I gotta let you go, and we're going to the Ministry of Magic." And what does Ron say? "You dolt. This has always been bigger than you." You
Mm.
know, and it's almost like that in the story. Even though I kind of thought it was a bit of it's bigger than, and that's why I have no problem with it. I thought it was a good episode. It did move fast, but yes, I did think it was filler because again, to get here, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. But you know what, Mr. Filoni, I'm okay, sir. I I appreciate the story you're trying to take us on.
Mm.
So, your thoughts on the episode now, and maybe something that I may have missed. Go ahead, anyone. Omega, Michael, Greg, or Gina.
Okay. So I mean, I liked the banter with between Rampart and the clones. Even though it kind of wrote itself and was predictable, it was fun to see it done. He was always a bit of a special character,
Yeah.
and to see him in the position that he was in, then he tries to give the commands, and like that, yes, sir. And the troopers, the Bad Batch guy was like, yeah, I don't think so. A lot of that type of dialogue was fun. Of course, again, seeing the tank of the Juggernaut was really cool. I fell in love with the idea of that vehicle back when I read Splinter of the Mind's Eye. As they were traversing the planet, they were in an old tank from the Clone Wars. It was described as like this behemoth or a juggernaut. And when I first saw this in Clone Wars, I was like, yeah, that's had to have been what they were driving on that planet.
Oh my God, that's why it is the only wheeled vehicle, huh?
Cool.
Because
Yeah.
it goes back to that story. I didn't know that was the connection, Greg.
I think that's what they got it inspired from. I tried to Google it a little bit this evening before we came on.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't really find the connection. But for me, it was a connection back going to when they did it was the second prequel movie.
Wow.
Or the
Okay.
third prequel movie, I guess it was first seen in.
Yeah. Hmm.
I saw it so long ago.
Yeah, just a little bit of time. 2005.
Mm.
Any other thoughts on the episode? And hopefully, I didn't cut you off there, Greg.
No, I don't want to monopolize.
The only other thought I have is, in all honesty, I truly think these guys would be great playing pool, considering the way they just executed Plan 55. It was perfect. But yeah, other than that, no, it was great. But remind me never to say, and it always works well with medical and anything else, never use the Q word. Those troopers use the Q word, and hopefully everything will see more action the next time. Well, I think they definitely saw enough action considering they got knocked out within 2 seconds after saying it.
Yeah.
Jinx.
But yeah, no kidding. So, but it was a fun episode, and like I said, I still have
Yeah.
the same feeling. Yeah,
Sounds fair. Michael, Gina.
I think Gina's dog disagrees.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
dog
they
is
did.
quite disgusted. No, I agree. I agree with all of it. Yeah, there were those little bits in between. I just felt maybe they're just trying to stretch it out to so that it can all come together and at the very end, So there's little things going on here and there that really don't have anything to push the story, just to kind of draw it out for the 3 episode, or for the 4 episodes, I guess. I don't know.
That's interesting, Gina, because the other 2 seasons they were 16 episodes, and this one is going to be 15. But I get it, they're just because you can't always do 16, I guess. So, that's interesting. All right, Michael, anything else you want to add?
No, and I was just going to add to that. I mean, with the streaming stuff, they're not committed to 16 episodes a season or 22 or 35 like back in the old days.
Yeah,
that most of us are all used to. Well, it's probably all of us.
I got the Twilight Zone. Remember they did 30 episodes in 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I mean the Bonanzas and all those. Some of them did 37.
Yeah.
Or in that.
Yeah, they did.
I mean
Wow.
that's even incredible for what I remember. In the 70s. I mean, they did not have 37 episodes a season.
Yeah.
Well, some of the soaps only used to take 4 weeks off a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they had an episode every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're
boy, we
right.
were there. We were there.
Yeah. Yep.
We won't discuss that. No.
I do admit, folks, I did see General Hospital. I did see Luke and Laura, and I did see John Colicos when they had the Ice Princess. Oh my God, this was a daytime soap opera.
That was the golden age.
Oh my God, what they did on that one. Yes, I did have a chance to see it, only because it was on later in the day when we would get home and my mom was watching. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 o'clock.
yeah, which was
3 o'clock for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 3 for me too. Well, all right, fair enough. Who knows? Maybe we'll do a rewatch. Just kidding.
Oh, no.
1,000 episodes? We can't.
Wow.
Just kidding. All right, folks.
It's hard enough for me to look at Dark Shadows from the beginning all the way through.
Oh, I tried that.
Oh, that was fun.
Took a long time.
Yeah, it's very dated. It's very dated, and yeah, I tried that too.
I got through it.
I love old television though.
In
When
many
they were
ways,
still
yeah.
trying, the English took longer to figure out, but when they were still trying to figure out how to do TV versus stage, and they had all these great stage actors. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The golden age of television, no doubt. Folks, we're going to get into episode 13, Into the Breach, directed by Saul Ruiz, written by Brad Rao, and story also by Matt McNovity. Or Novity. Again, I do apologize. I should know how to pronounce that. I was going to look it up and I didn't. Episode 13 begins right where episode 12 began. Tantus, the vault. Omega speaks with Eva, and Omega recognizes the doll. Doesn't say anything that used to be hers, but I
No.
thought it was cool.
No.
But you recognized it.
Yes,
I thought that was sweet.
yes. I think we all agreed when Dr. Carr actually gave it to her the first time around, which was really
Yeah.
kind of cool. I mean, it was. Omega is introduced to Jax, Sammy, and I believe, is it the bear? Is it Baron? I could not get the name.
The owl looking thing,
Or the owl. The
baby.
owl.
The
Yeah.
little baby, yeah. I think it
Yeah.
is Baron.
Sounds right.
Baron, yeah. The Tarlafar toddler Baron.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
I noticed that she was commenting on how unhappy she was, and I believe it was Jax that told her, "Don't worry, you'll get used to it." And of all the ones that tried to, I mean, he was the only one that tried to get away,
Mhm.
and he defeatedly told her that. Now, shortly thereafter, Echo joins the team. So we're starting to put our parts together. Things are starting to happen. They're about to storm DS9. The fleet has to come together. And sorry if I'm whipping from all different stuff, folks. He comes in with the stolen shuttle. I'm like, all right, we've seen this. All right, come on, it's massive. And then they're going to Imperial Station 003 in orbit of Coruscant, and they describe exactly how it happens. That the ship has to be there, and just before they make the jump, they do so because the transmission sends it directly to the Navic computer. Like, oh, all right, that was creative. I loved the techno babble. I got that right away, and I said, "All right, that's creative. I like that." You guys are smiling. Tell me, I mean, I thought that was cool to explain.
I'm all
how
about
they
the
kept the
tech.
secret.
I love all the geeky tech stuff.
Oh, hell yeah! No other comment.
No, it was geeky technobabble. It was what we're
Yeah.
here for.
Okay. As they're getting ready to do what they're gonna do, I love how they put him in the uniform, Rampart, and he's like, I swear,
captain's
it almost
uniform?
could have been Roger by saying, "Don't you morons know I was a vice admiral and you got a captain's uniform from me?"
Oh,
Come
that
on.
was great. That was
Come
great.
on, you morons. Think about what is going on here. It is generally life and death for all of them. And what is Rampart? I'm a captain?
Right.
Well, you've been demoted.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And then that's where he says, I hate clones.
I know.
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
sure they're not too fond of him either.
Mm.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool how Echo was able to get aboard the ship, and it was Hunter, right? He says, dude, they're gonna detect us. They're flying towards the science ship already, and they're like, Hunter makes that decision because he remembers, he knows I'm going for it. And just as they're gonna be detected, the proximity sensors are taken offline, and Hunter's like, yeah, I knew it, baby. I knew it was gonna do it. It was good. I have to admit, my heart was pounding a bit because I know it's like, oh my god, how are they gonna, do this? And of course, it was really good. And Echo disabled the sensors, and my notes: hyperspace baggage. 'Cause it was attached to the bottom side.
Mm.
And folks, that was episode 13. In my notes, it was really quick. Nothing against Mr. Ruiz, Raul, and McNovity. The episode moved rather fast, and it was another quick story that moved.
Mm.
And
Yep.
the interplay.
Pulling the pieces together.
Yes. Yeah. I really thought it was good. I did appreciate this one. And it's funny because I had fewer notes for 13 than I did for 12. And again, script logic, it's not meant to insult. It's just a manner of thinking, I suppose.
And this one was also shorter too. So IMDb says 24 minutes. So if you take off the 6 for the previously and all the multinational voice casts,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which are a lot. If you actually look at it, it's
I
like
have.
Wow.
It's impressive how many countries they support and how many
Uh-huh.
languages they support.
Now, guys, do you know where that's from? It's not from Disney.
No.
It's actually from Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm has done that forever. George Lucas, when you would get the DVDs, George Lucas, all of Lucasfilm movies and products were multilingual. They had the soundtracks, they had the words. I mean, this was back when DVDs were first starting out. I know Paramount never had a Spanish track. Sorry, Paramount. I love you and all, but to get a Spanish track and a 20th century sometimes would, whatever. But whatever Lucasfilm had on the DVD, it was multi. So for them to have this in multiple languages, it's not Disney, folks. It's the Lucasfilm production, and I thank George Lucas for always doing that. He's been doing it for years, and I don't think he ever receives any commentary. As a fan, sir, thank you, George. It was very easy to put the voice track so that my significant other could hear it. It
Aw.
was you get tired translating after a while, but it was good. But I did like the episode. I didn't realize it was that short, though, Greg. But yeah,
It
your
went
thoughts on
quick.
the episode? Go.
It was,
Sorry.
the dialogue was fun. In fact, I think the quote I mentioned earlier was actually from this episode.
Hmm.
So, I mean, the two together were good. I mean, it was kind of, I never liked Rampart, but I was entertained
Yes.
by his role in these couple of episodes.
Hmm.
And like the turncoat in Rebels, maybe, we'll see him, change sides at some point
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get some conversation on
in
that.
another series, maybe.
Who
Mm.
knows? And we'll be able to talk about that too. Omega, Michael, or Gina, your thoughts on this episode? I thought it was a good episode. I didn't realize it was that short, so I'll leave it at that.
It was short. It was over again. It was over before I realized it, and it,
The dogs barked and it was over.
it
Yeah,
does
really.
it was meh for me, and I hate to say that, but I mean, it had I enjoyed the little banter with Rampart and that kind of stuff too, but I don't know, it just seemed to just kind of be meh, and I'm sorry. I know that sucks.
Not
But-
at all.
No, everyone has an opinion, so that's why we're here.
Greg, Omega.
Well, the only
Okay.
yeah, I think the only notes I have, actually, believe it or not, is oh my God, the ego, and that's the only notes I took for the whole thing for that episode.
I did forget to write down, because it did move fast, is how even though he was insulted to be a captain, when his moment rose to order everyone around.
Oh yeah.
he did
Oh,
he-
yeah,
he, did it so well.
Oh my! It's like oh my God, I miss this.
it was funny,
And he did outrank everybody there, even being
yeah,
just a captain.
Yeah,
right.
So he was having a good day.
Yeah, I love how he screws with the lieutenant, who's just trying to do his job. But all right, okay, folks, I think we're going to get into it. We're doing real well, and we're going to get into Flash Strike. This one is episode number 14. It was directed by Innate Villanueva, and it was written by Matt McNovity. Sorry, or McNovity. McNovity again. I'm sorry, Matt. Who knows? Maybe Michael will be able to contact you guys and have you guys on before the season finale. But anyway,
I'm trying.
episode 14, Flash Strike. And like the others, oh no, this one didn't start in Tantus. This one started in hyperspace. And the ship is on the underside of the science thing, which is really cool. I could have sworn I would have expected C-3PO to be screaming at the top of his circus saying, "What have you done now? Look at where we are. like when the Millennium Falcon attached itself
Right.
to the Star
Yeah.
Destroyer. Yeah, it was tiny echoes of that.
I did
But-
think I
okay.
saw a R2D2 at some point rolling.
Yeah,
around,
he
like,
got sucked up into
that was it.
the transport wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. You never know. It could have been cousin, brother, whatever. But it was really good. Things are moving fast. They come right out of orbit because I believe. Oh no. They're talking about, dude, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get there? The jungle is deadly. And they said Echo will find a way. Okay. He said, hey, we're gonna get there. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. Then we move over to Tantus, and Hemlock's like, where's the shuttle? Oh, it's coming, sir. It's on schedule and all this, but we may have a possible breach. Apparently, Squad 99 was reported in the area. You think, oh, okay. And you know what? I got to give it to Hemlock. He's like, okay. Make sure that everyone that comes off that shuttle is scanned. Everything you need to do. Launch fighters, secure the station, lock everything down. This ain't gonna happen again. Basically, even though he didn't say that, it was obvious. So I did appreciate that. Just the idea that they were in the area. Hemlock's like,
High
okay,
alert.
yeah. Well, look, he plays with these clones, and I'm not being disrespectful, but you know what I mean. He knows what they're capable of, and he immediately appreciates that. And says, "Yeah, I'm not gonna catch her a third time." Sorry. So, as the shuttle disengages from the transport, boom, they're immediately intercepted by fighters, and it was really cool. There was a quick battle, and then they activated the planetary defense cannons, I suppose. And it reminded me a little bit of World War II, because the first salvos exploded like the anti-aircraft fire, and
Anti-aircraft
right away,
guns, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they nailed the shuttle almost right away. And the battle with the shuttle and the fighters, I thought it was good. I thought there was a chance that the shuttle was going to take out all three fighters, but no, it only took out one,
Yeah.
which was realistic.
Eh,
Realistic.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. And then this is where my first thing was. They're like, okay, we're gonna crash, but we're gonna fast rope. And I was like, oh my god, Black Hawk Down!
Yep. Yep.
That was my first non Star Wars thing. It's like, oh man. And then Rampart. Oh my god. The Vice Admiral has never done anything like this anywhere. And hearing him scream.
It was so prissy.
Yeah.
Well, also, this is the point where I'm like trying to think back. Like, since they lost the Marauder, they're going through vehicles pretty fast.
That's right. I didn't think about that. Yes.
I think maybe we're losing a vehicle an episode, except maybe the last one.
Come on, Michael. You're smiling down there,
well,
dude. Come on.
it's so true. I mean, they're losing everything and have to design a new ship or have to get a new ship, and it's like,
I'm surprised they didn't destroy Fee's ship.
He would have killed him.
We have one more episode to go. We'll see.
yeah. So who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? And we all know the name of the, or we have the title of the episode. But I have to tell you, Rampart, when he was screaming, I genuinely envisioned myself there, and I said, "Oh, dude, don't."
God.
I'm talking to the screen, and I'm talking to Rampart, saying, "Dude, if I were there, I'd scream louder than you." So, I just thought it was funny. I thought it was real. This is an former Imperial officer. He's screaming like a little kid, man. It was.
At one point, he goes flying too, and he's like, into the side of the.
Oh, that's right.
He's like the perfect commissioned officer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that, right? Greg?
Definitely.
So they exit the shuttle. They fast roped or escaped roped. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And the shuttle, in a major bang, I mean, the entire shuttle just goes up. And Hemlock immediately says, "All right, have the shuttle scanned, send out a team, perimeter search, do all that stuff. Let's get it in." So Hemlock is actually on the ball on this one for being a scientist. But he's learned. He's learned things, and
He's learned the
understands.
hard way.
That's right. He has learned the hard way. Yes. So they immediately disperse. They head in a direction which I don't know, whatever. But this is where Crosshair and Rampart have the conversation about, well, the Empire, turned its back on both of us, and you've left the Empire behind just like I have. You and I are more alike than anything. And Crosshair says, "No, we're not." And Omega didn't leave me behind. Folks, it started in episode 1,
Yeah.
and we finally get the payoff. It is obvious by what has been happening, but this is the payoff. Omega did it. Where he has something, he says, "Yeah, Omega didn't leave me behind." It was
And
like,
you could have.
there is a line in literature in a Tom Clancy book where Jack Ryan, he's made fun of in the movie Clear and Present Danger, and in the book, acting this. They're always rubbing in his face. And then when things start to go or really get serious, a message comes in and it says Director of Intelligence, whatever. The title in and of itself said it all.
Mm.
That phrase, to steal it from literature, it was right there. Omega didn't leave me behind. I owe her. Folks, this is Crosshair. One of the meanest SOBs that we've known for 3 years, right?
Yeah. Well, we saw it going back to his, started seeing it going back to his comment about loyalty and how with the Empire it doesn't go both ways.
Yeah.
And he may not have embraced the family unit as quickly as all the others did, but I think now he understands it.
Yeah. He understands it, and he knows who runs that family unit.
Yeah.
And I just loved it right there where he says, "I owe her." And then Hunter finds Crosshair and Wrecker,
Oh, God.
and Rampart also survived. And he's, "I hear
Did
you."
Rampart survive? Unfortunately, yes.
Yes. And then
I heard
Echo-
that.
Yes. That was really good. Now, right after that, we go to Echo aboard the ship, right? And he's doing his stuff. He's doing his R2D2 stuff, whatever. And then an Imperial droid. Remember those silver action figures? That's what it was. Because hey, this is the Roger dictator in the droid. Hey, this is my house. This is my area of responsibility. Like, well, whatever. It's not. Boom. I thought it was kind of funny because Echo was actually trying to talk to it, and
Right.
it gave him attitude. It's almost like Indiana Jones. Remember, folks? Where
Yeah, right.
Indy, that moment where everyone separates and the guy with that blade. You guys all know the story on why that happened, but it was
Yeah.
a great moment where he just boom, he
Yeah.
moves on. But you guys all know why, right? Hell yeah, you guys all know the story.
The Indiana Jones story?
Of Raiders Lost Ark when he was going to get
Yes.
into that knife. Yeah, I think
Yes,
we all-
Harrison Ford was very ill. It was supposed to be this big, dramatic, dragged out scene.
Yes.
And they wrapped it up just with, and I think it was Harrison Ford's idea.
Yeah,
I
what
think it was. That's what I've
Yeah.
heard too. Yeah.
He wasn't faking the sweat. He had a temperature that day. He was not well, so he couldn't
Yeah.
do it. It's just, I've had it. I died laughing in the theater. I know. I'm sorry. They took someone's life. I apologize. But it's a movie. So it was good. So Echo does the same thing. And then he takes the droid's hand. Like, oh, that was creative.
Mhm.
That was actually really good. I did like that.
Did they
And
ever
then-
say what species that type of droid was modeled after?
I don't know. I just remember it from the action figures. It was a silver
yeah.
droid. And it was called
Death Star droid.
Death Star droid. Yeah, I called it Imperial.
But it really wasn't on the Death Star. It was in the Sandcrawler
Oh,
with 3PO and R2D2 when they
Echuta.
were panning around all the junk robots.
You got it right.
Hmm.
You're right. You're right. I cannot argue that.
Do I need bigger glasses? Do I need like horn rimmed ones?
Ooh, really good there, Greg. All right. Now,
these
right
are,
after that,
these are my painting glasses. They're 3X. Like actually,
you're an
cannot-
artist?
Well, model kits.
Art
Okay,
is
please
art,
clarify.
my man.
Okay, we may be having an episode 7 from Strange New Worlds conversation. What do you mean painting models, Greg? I need to know. What sort of model do you paint?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I'm not
Scale
in the gutter. Where the hell are you, Liz? I'm not in the
Scale
gutter.
models of things like spaceships and submarines.
Oh, those kind of models.
Huh?
Yeah, those kind of models.
Good. Ooh, that's not. Wait, which one is that again? That's
Ooh,
is that a
nice.
boomer?
It is
invisible.
not a boomer.
It's a stealth sub.
Yep.
Oh,
Sybil.
very good, Gina. Yes, because it does come in and out. That's good. I
It
like
is the
that.
model of the Seawolf.
Oh, okay.
Neat.
Well, it is a stealth sub then, Gina. It is the Seawolf. Yes. All right, that was cool. So right after that, Omega then starts to. Yeah, sorry, Greg. I just transitioned.
I'm just seeing the reaction on Michael's face.
I'm sorry. I'm all over the place.
He started to kind of go down behind his name and the website thing.
Come on, Michael. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
buddy.
like,
Oh, you are.
I do want to give a shout out. My daughter. I wasn't expecting this. I dislike all of the stuff that says like Star Wars, Star Trek on it, but this is the cup that has like 6 of the ships on it,
very
and
neat.
it's actually
Ooh,
it is kind of cool,
Oh.
man. It
Yeah.
really is.
I might need to
And-
find one of those.
I'm really surprised. It has a Defiant, the original Enterprise. It has the NX-01, the Voyager. It's the D, and of course the Discovery, which is really cool. But it has Star Trek on it. It would have been perfect without it. But no, I love it. I appreciate it. She got it for me. She actually got me another one, which I'll show a little bit later. But let's do the episode. Right after this, Omega goes Shawshank. Because
Yep.
she pulls the stuff off the wall. And it was funny where she, well, first she got the instrument.
Mm.
She says, "We're gonna get out of here," and that I didn't write down in my notes, and I don't know why. But it was the whole idea that Echo will find a way, Omega will find a way.
Mm.
When she got that instrument when she was being tested, and I thought it was real when she carves the thing to get in there. She opens it, and
Everything falls down.
that was real, and I was like, "Oh
Right.
my god!"
Nobody noticed? Or
Well,
did,
now the other
This
thing
wasn't-
that happened, it was like, did they have to have some kind of a tool to start it? Or because those things just look flimsy being on there. Because I mean, as you see, when she
Oh,
did
yeah.
it, they just all fell, and it was like, okay, that kind of
Well,
got me
Michael,
kind of fun.
it might have been like the Roman arch, pressure. It's all, you
Mhm.
can't remove a brick or a stone unless you remove one. So it might have been, oh my God, am I actually defending Star Wars physics? Oh, for the love of God.
But come on, they have laser gates to get to this place,
Mm.
and that's how easy it is to get through the wall.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what got me. And just might as well go. I'll get all of my. This is the episode that I had a few issues with. If behind the wall was where all the things went through the little tubes, why did they have enough room for kids to get through everything? I mean, that was like, if that was supposed to be something really secure, that shouldn't have been there. Or I don't know. Well, maybe it's just Star Wars technology. That's what they have to
Or
do.
maybe access for droids to get in there and maintain things or something.
Maybe, but then the kids can too. But maybe they didn't expect.
And was
to have
there
kids
like a little path that you could go and not get hit by the things? Because it seemed to me there didn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to, like, maybe intervals that they came by, or you know what I mean?
Well, it looked like
really,
to me that looked like there was like a tube in the middle or to one side, but then the other side there was nothing, and that's where she was going through everything. And then sometimes when she went into a junction, she had to try to figure out where it was that those things were not going to hit her or whatever. But
all I know is I would have loved to. This was another short episode. I would have loved to have seen 5 to 10 more minutes of her snooping around.
Okay. When I say it would, she goes Shawshank, it's because of what exactly happened. Remember, all he does, well, it's actually 4 feet of concrete. He does it in 19 years, but no one knows. No one knows what's on the other side. And these are docile people that they don't know. They only know one way in and out. She knew because of her experiences that there was more. So
because she had free reign.
Yes. These others do not. They don't understand those things. They just had no idea. Though they did understand something later, which was really cute, when she said, "Cover for me," and they're like, "What?
Right.
What do you mean cover? What does that mean?" She says, "You'll know." And I gotta admit, the kids covered for it in the only way that they would know how.
I'm hungry.
I don't feel well.
good.
I want medicine.
Can I go now? Can I cut?
That's right.
Oh yeah. Give me my test now. No, you're not next. It's like
that was creative.
That was one of the more endearing scenes of the episode.
Yes. Now, as she's doing the Shawshank stuff, Rampart then tells what's-his-face, "You're like me, loyal to no one but yourself." And Crosshair then hammers it home. If he didn't realize it earlier, which he would have struck him on the head, says, "I've changed."
Yeah. And he has.
Yeah, he's stating the obvious to the audience, or to them, which we now know. He's moving forward, and then Rampart says, "Sure you have." Okay. So, I don't know. We move on. Later, Echo finds the vault. And,
here you go.
It's cool. He finds out what's happening. And then my note is now Omega's and Andy, because does it again from Shawshank Redemption. Andy who gets through the tunnels. And then we have no, that's right. They're back on Tantus, and then there's another blood sample. Wait a minute. Did I mess up on
While she was in the tunnel, didn't she run into the Zillo Beast being tortured first?
Yes. Because she saw that.
Yeah. Well, they were covering, and then she got back down in there.
Yeah.
So that thing's still around.
You know what? I apologize. I had more notes for 13.
Oh, there they are.
This is all 13. Oh man.
No, that's okay. We covered 13.
Yeah, it is, but well, wait a minute. No, you know what?
Done.
Oh, it's all over with Roger.
Actually, yeah, I'm lost.
We've moved past it.
Yeah, I think we definitely did. Okay, well, Omega's Andy.
It didn't mean anything to us. So
I do want to give a shout out this is I did write in my notes deliberately. Rampart Nosir Dalal is a character. Omega Michelle Ang. We haven't done this before, folks, but I do want to give a shout out to them. The character of Rampart is voiced by Nosir Dalal. Omega is Michelle Ang. Hemlock, Jimmy Simpson. Dr. Carr, Keisha Castle Hughes. Star Wars fans know who she is. Dr. Sadler, Helen Sadler. I thought that was interesting.
Correct on the name.
Yeah, I mean, it happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Fee Gion, Wanda Sykes,
Thanks.
and Bad Batch D. Bradley Baker. These are the main names. There are a few others, folks, but we hadn't given them a shout out before. We did mention Wanda Sykes. Folks, I know it's Wanda Sykes, but
You don't hear it. You don't hear her
Yes.
stand up.
it's right. She's
Yeah.
doing so well in this role.
I
She's
thought so,
relishing
too.
it. And I appreciate that. I screw when people say, well, I only see so and so as so and so. It's no,
Mm.
that's just you're blind. And she's doing a wonderful job in it. And I do appreciate it. Elizabeth, you know who Keisha Castle Hughes is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, curious. Sorry, Omega. I
And
didn't.
there's no Elizabeth on this show. It's only Omega.
Okay, but you answered. All right. So after that, the search teams almost discover the ground team. Do we go around? No, it'll take too long. And then they discover the animal from The Hobbit. Was it Bjorn? that big
Like
thing,
dragony
that
thing?
giant- yeah, that's.
Lizard?
I don't know what they. Yeah, I just said it is Bjorn from The Hobbit.
The
And,
skin, the what do they call him? Not a shapeshifter. He's a skin changer.
Something like that, yes, yeah. But that's what I saw. When I saw that thing stand up, I was like, oh, hey, The Hobbit now. So we've had Black Hawk Down, we've had the Shawshank Redemption, and now we've had The Hobbit, among other things.
I saw a
Yeah.
little bit of Revelations here and there too. So
Ooh,
Did
With
they
the ships
shield?
coming down.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like it. And Revelations.
Yeah,
okay.
you did. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there were a couple
I
times
missed
was
that
like,
one.
"Hmm,
Damn it. I did.
where have I
Well,
seen that before?
Yep. That thing, they engage them, and then the troopers discover them, the other ones that were on the search, and then Bjorn kills them though. But Rampart ends up being captured, and his little like, uh-oh. It's like, what's gonna happen to Rampart? So here's a scene right after that. Eva tries to distract, and Omega witnesses the animals being lasered. The other SBs stalled for Omega. Jax did what he did, and of course Eva, and I forget what the other one was, but we talked about that a moment ago. Echo finds the destination, but the codes fail, so he's having trouble getting in, and he finally does get what he needs, and then Dr. Carr shows up. He says, "Oh, I'm just doing a security check or whatever." Aren't you Echo?
Echo?
Wow. I thought the jig was up.
Mhm.
I thought it was right then and there. Your thoughts on that, folks? And it's some of the other stuff that I went over right now. But I thought it was, they're screwed. But I should have known based on the fact that she gave Eva the teddy.
Well, yeah, but it could have gone either way if you think
Mm.
about it. Because she did help Omega before, but she just might not have not known, and then she's made a decision. But I think after experiencing the vault and those kids,
Mhm.
I think she was just like, oh, this is horrible.
Yeah. This isn't what I
Yep.
signed up for.
Yeah.
Doesn't she get two
Exactly.
reprimands by the assistant doctor?
Yes.
Yes.
She says something to the effect of your attachment.
Yeah.
Calm down,
Yeah.
And I think there was another moment where she said something along the way. And I guess
Well,
I
she
should-
calls them. Yeah, well, she calls them children and gets immediately
Oh,
corrected
that's
by all
right.
their specimens.
Mhm.
Yes. Now, in the conversation, when you're Echo, and then he immediately turns on her, says, "You're a clone." She says, "I was doing my job." Folks, in
Of
another
course.
moment, not only in literature, but in our very recent history, how many times have we heard, "I was just following orders. I was just
Well, the
doing my
clones
Yeah.
were
job."
engineered to. Don't forget.
Yes.
Remember, Crosshair's thing. They kept saying over and over again, "A good soldier follows orders."
Yes.
The clones were engineered to be obedient.
Mhm.
Yeah. In my notes, I put an arrow right there. It says again, I've heard this before. We've all heard this before.
Oh, definitely.
And he
Yeah.
says, "You're a clone." And I believe it was Dr. Carr that says, "Omega saw something in you." And then I believe Echo echoes that. Says, "Yeah, Omega saw something in you too." And then we realize what side Dr. Carr is on.
Oh yeah.
Omega is not the only child here.
I mean, every whistleblower, follows orders up to a point.
Mhm.
It's not like you instantly realize that something is ethically horrendous. It's eventually a bunch of little things will start to add up, and
You hope. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think this might have still have been my notes. I just somehow just messed up on them. But we did talk about a lot of that stuff. Right after this, we come into the shot of Omega where she's talking to all the other specimens. She says, "That was too close." She says, "I have the plan and I'm going to need your help." Now, when she was out doing Andy stuff, going into the stuff, she saw the creatures, which I forget what they're called,
The
that they were
Zillow.
being the Zillow. They were being
Yep.
mistreated by the clones, weren't they?
Oh, definitely. Some sort of like shock was being put into them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fair enough. Folks, 3 episodes. What are your thoughts on that final episode right now, which is entitled, what was it? Oh, come on. Flash Strike.
Well, as I told you, Roger, before we went on air, after I got to 14, I went, how are they going to sum all this up and end the series? Certainly can't be in 22 minutes.
I
Right.
can't believe
That was my thought. Now,
Yeah.
maybe it'll happen,
Same
but
thing.
it was like, I thought they would have progressed more by 14. At least I thought so.
yeah, when it ended with "my brothers are here," I'm like, oh, this is where they're gonna stop.
Yeah.
And it's like they could have had a better cliffhanger, like like her trying to get the kids through the wall or something, or and then Emery comes in and doesn't see the kids, and she's like, "Oh my god, how are we going to rescue the kids that are here?" Something along
Yeah,
those.
really.
I also thought too, she's coming up with a plan and then the batch has a plan, and I hope they coincide at some point, because if she goes,
I was thinking the same thing.
right, she's like running off and they go to look for her
And nobody's
where she
there.
was.
That's what the predictability of the series would have me think happens.
I cannot believe it's going to be a 22-minute episode.
No.
It doesn't take 22
I
minutes?
hope they take the time and do it in an hour.
I
Or
would
30
be
minutes.
thrilled. Now, it may be that Disney, instead of listing them as 2 episodes, it could be a 1 hour.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it very well
Um,
That
could.
would,
I
that would
do
technically
believe-
be 16. Then,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and like Ahsoka, I mean, those last three, I mean, they were very neatly packaged chapters. They were probably as long as they needed to be. Although I would have liked to have seen more of Omega snooping.
I'm going back to take a look, and the first episode called Aftermath, it was an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it was long. It was long.
Oh yeah.
I remember it was long.
Who is that trooper? Oh, here we go. Aisha, thank you. A bigger bunch of villainy one will never see. Hello, may the force be with you. Jolan True.
There you go.
They might do it. They might have the bookends.
I
It was
hope
an
so.
hour and 10 minutes, guys. I don't care how long. I don't think it's going to be a 22-minute episode. There's just no way.
It just can't.
Yeah.
Can't be done.
I didn't have an answer for you, Michael, when you spoke to me yesterday. I said I was going to get around to watch them, and I did within 5 minutes of ending the conversation with you. And I was really confused. This is episode 14. Like, wow.
The season 2 finale was only 25 minutes, including all the credits.
Series, though. The whole shebang. So
Season 3 premiere, I think, was only a 38 minutes, 30 something minutes, 31.
It was. I thought Roger just said it was an hour. And
No,
season
3,
1.
episode 1.
Yeah. No, episode 1 of season 1.
oh,
Yeah,
season one.
premiere.
Yeah, that's why I said
Oh,
the
yeah.
very. And that's why I was thinking is you know what, they might bookend it, and it
Yeah,
was
they
an
might,
hour and
yeah.
10 minutes the first one. So
it just seems to me if they try to do it in 22 minutes, it's going to be rushed.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rush. More like lightning speed.
Mm.
yeah.
No.
Well, the other thing is the other seasons are 16 episodes. So my thinking is that episode 15 will be a long one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the story is going to be. Now, going back very quickly to this last episode, I thought it was a good episode. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of nuances, and that's why I genuinely had more notes. But we actually went over them, so I'm not going to, laboriously go over everything. It's really a waste because we all did it already. But I thought it was a good episode. It was such a good episode that once it was done, I'm like, whoa, this is 14.
Yeah,
So
I did too.
understood. Yeah, I understood what Michael mentioned to me. He says how they're going to resolve this. So this is bigger than everything, and Wrecker is not gone. I was betting he was the next one to go.
I remember you
So-
saying that.
Yeah,
And it looked like, first of all, last we'd seen him at that point he was recovering from injuries,
Yeah.
and he was in pretty bad shape. And then they had the incident in episode 13 or 12. It's like, Roger might have been right. Oh no! Yay!
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I was very happy to have been proven wrong on that one. I mean, they threw me a nice slurve, Greg, and I looked at that pitch go by.
He's a fun character. He's fun like Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, he's a fun character.
Yeah. Actually, they all are. I'm so disappointed that Tech. I mean, it was real. We lost Tech. I'm kind of holding out hope. Okay, well, wait a minute. I was about to ask you before I got distracted. Who was that guy? Sorry, I'm old. Who was that individual that discovered him on the planet? That was obviously a trooper that had the mask on.
Didn't he take that off of that? Wasn't that? Yeah, didn't he beat up a guy and put that on?
Yeah, he did.
Right?
He in the elevator, he knocked out a guy and then put it on.
And
my thing is, how is he going to get back his old uniform?
No, folks. I mean the Imperial stormtrooper that was wearing that uniform that was hunting them down and
Oh,
eventually
it was
found
hunting
them.
them.
Who
Oh,
is that? Is that
Uh,
tech on the internet?
oh,
I told Michael that I was spending some time watching other episodes. They're saying that they re-engineered tech and they reprogrammed him, and that was tech.
kind of like a Winter Soldier kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That would be interesting.
Now, it wouldn't be the first time that the internet definitely swung and missed on something, because we all remember Ahsoka and that Phantom Warrior was Ezra Bridger. That's what everyone thought. It turned out to be a ghost, a wisp of air. So I don't know. Maybe it's not that important. It's just an Imperial soldier, but some people have said that that was actually tech that was chasing after them. Who else would know how to find them? And I'm like, well, that's a bit of a reach, but
We'll see.
yeah, actually, we will see. Um, this episode is coming this Wednesday. I will be watching it early on Wednesday. I will tell you that I am, and I'm going to see it as soon as I can. I am expecting. This is what I'm going to call the Bad Batch as we know them will be over. They will. This won't be the end of the Fellowship of the Ring where they're all off on another mission. No, it's just together as this family unit. There are other things that they have to do, and the Bad Batch as we know them will be over. But Omega will not be gone. Omega is going to go on to something else, and we will see these characters in other series.
Mm.
Oh, Filoni totally is all about doing that. So yeah. I mean, look at the characters he's brought into this show.
You're right, Greg. Forgive me. If you think about it, most anime episodes are on 25 to 30 minutes long, and the animators are mostly Asian and work that way. So a time scale that time would be normal to them. I did not know that this was being done. I understand that Tales of the Jedi was being done. I didn't know that the Bad Batch was being done that way as well.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have writing and stuff. I mean, nothing against what he's just saying. Streaming isn't as adherent to that, but yeah, most of these shows are 24-minute runtime is quite common for to fit it into a half hour of television.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why in streaming that it has to be a set time. It seems to me we should be at the point where you take the time that you need to tell the story.
Right.
Yeah.
My thing is like with the previously and the extended credits having a total runtime of 22 minutes for your second to last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Or, and so the last three had less than an hour of story. That's where I'm concerned. But at least, Gina, did you notice some of these episodes were actually brighter?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I
they
did.
heard
It
you.
was dark.
They heard
It was
you.
light
And,
enough.
I mean, there was one that wasn't like,
Yeah.
my wife was like, why does it have to be so dark? And then they said, like,
Episode
ignite
11.
thrusters. And I'm like, so when this ship lights up its engines and you see that yellow glow come out of the screen, it's more dramatic.
Mm.
That's the
Meanwhile-
only reason I could think of.
Because I watched it at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's like,
Yeah,
do I have to go around and close all the windows?
we had it's raining up here, but I had to close the curtains even
It
with
was
the
80
overcast.
degrees today here. It was like
Oh, it was only
32
60
last
up here.
night, and then it's 80 today. It's supposed to be almost 90 tomorrow.
Oh God, that means that's coming this way. My
Oh.
wife's going to be miserable.
no, it's been hot here too. Yeah.
Aw, it was between 60 and 70 today. Omega, how was it with you in the vault?
I hate you. I absolutely hate you. It was close to 80.
We're going to be warm in the next
Mm.
few days.
Mm.
But this was a beautiful day today, I have to
You
admit.
must have been getting a nice breeze off the mountains then.
Let me tell you, the lights are off in the garage. The door to the garage is cracked open a little bit, and I'm still getting air. I have the vent on, but I can still feel like from up here some of the cool breeze. It was an absolutely
Nice.
gorgeous day
Mm.
that I was able to spend out here. I was worried, Michael, when I spoke to you yesterday. I don't know if I mentioned, I don't think I did, that it was supposed to be a warm day today. And I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be so looking forward to that.
Mm.
Doing the episode in 80, 90 degree temperature. Not that I haven't done that before, but it was a good day. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
glad.
been brisk the last couple of nights here. Really brisk.
It
So
has
it's
been
like-
for us as well. It's been like in the, well, sorry, not your brisk, Southern California brisk. It's been like in the
50.
50s.
yeah, no, this is like
What?
going down to 32.
It was
and
like
then
45
maybe-
here this morning at around 7:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
We all
Aisha.
know space.
Yeah,
mine
we all
too.
do. Yes, we all do. No, otherwise known as Star Blazers and the space battleship Yamato. I always knew it as Yamato, but now
Mm.
everyone's saying it's Yamato. I'm like, oh, I'm too old for that. It's the Yamato.
Depends what
It's
part of
okay.
the country you're from.
Well, I don't have it easily dug out, but
What the hell was that?
last year I picked up the a decent scale Bandai kit of the Yamato.
Ah.
Oh, forgive me. When I went to Comic-Con this year, I only purchased one thing. This is funny that it would be mentioned. I picked up one thing from Comic-Con because if I would have done what Roger normally does, like Rampart, I would have gone broke. But I saw this. The artist was there. Check it out, guys. I still have it in its packaging. Funny how we would be talking about this. It's still in the packaging.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh,
my
yeah.
God. I have a plastic cover over it, so I apologize. But the author, I shouldn't do this, but my God.
You're touching it with your fingers.
I know, I don't.
Wait, hold on, Roger. I'm going to do something.
What are you going to
There we go.
Oh, look.
okay.
Nice.
Aisha, check it out. And
Oh,
there's
wow.
the author's signature at the bottom. I mean, this is an absolutely gorgeous image. And it's the space battleship Yamato. Yamato. And I saw it. And I was like, oh man, I have to get it. It's the only thing I purchased at Comic-Con. I even commented to Michael. I said, I'm going to go broke if I go to Comic-Con. And I did show it to you, huh, Michael? That first day. I said, I was stupid. But there was no... Michael didn't reprimand me on that one. He was like, okay. He was a Yamato dude. Funny you would mention that, Aisha. So, Aisha, I hope everything is going well with you. I hope everything is going well as can be. And have been thinking about you, Aisha. So, you're not the only one, young lady. My hospital he was hospitalized again. I don't want to throw too many beans out there, but in the last 2 weeks, there's a reason why I haven't been on air. And it's not about me. It's I've never been to a con. I've missed out on so many things. Yeah. So my older
Never too
brother
late.
has he lost his ring finger. It was removed a few days ago, and he went home, and now he's been hospitalized again, and he had another surgery. So I don't know. So I'm gonna have to go and see him. I didn't mean to say that. I'm going to see him tomorrow. So there have been things on my mind. So Aisha, I get it. So we'll see. So if you guys don't mind, if good thoughts, I accept them. I accept the prayers and the good thoughts, folks. So I don't like putting my stuff out there, but it's not for me. It's for my older brother, that rat bastard. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll be able to get out real soon.
It's an endearing term, Greg.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it must
That one
be.
genuinely wasn't
It
endearing.
must have some different meaning in Spanish.
Bastardo raton. Yeah, actually it does. It does. But it's all good. All right, folks. I don't know where they're going with this. I have no idea, Mr. Filoni, other than they're going to get together. the family unit will be restored for a short while, but we are still living in the shadow of the Empire. And Palpatine says that this is project number one. This is the most important thing for the existence of the Empire. Uh,
Well,
thank you
I
for
mean,
that,
it's the whole
Aisha.
theme of it's how Mandalorian started.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
what
yeah.
they were trying to do with Grogu. They wanted to create a clone that was force sensitive
Yeah.
because Palpatine needs to continue in his mind.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten any indication any of these kids are force sensitive, though, have we?
The ones in the vault
There's a
are.
little, yeah.
Okay.
They actually have midichlorians. The whole thing with Amiga, now that we understand, is that although she's a clone, there's something in her blood that allows midichlorians to be transferred into it.
Okay.
So, is Omega a Jedi? Or a Force user?
I
Probably
think
close
she's a
to
force
that.
user.
Force to be
Yeah.
reckoned with.
A force to be reckoned with? We'll see. Now, I wonder if the Dr. Carr has been tested.
I was
Ooh.
wondering that myself, actually, if they had tested her or not. D'Artagnan is not amused.
Really?
We'll see what happens. I think it's
I
great.
think he disagrees with you there.
Yeah, well, everyone disagrees with me, so it's okay.
Not you, Gina. I thought D'Artagnan disagreed with her, saying
I'm
that he wasn't amused.
Oh, okay.
Not everything is about you, Roger.
You beat me to it. Thank you. All right. Folks, I don't know if you saw, but earlier today on Talented Universe, Denver Austin, a singer-songwriter, was interviewed. Upcoming Star Trek Discovery will be on Saturday night, the review program. Next Sunday, it's going to be it. I think we're going to do it, right? Next Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you guys want to move it up. But no, I figure we're going to do it next Sunday. At the same time, we're going to be doing the final Bad Batch. I have no idea if anyone else is interested. I don't know if we're going to do the Acolyte. If anyone wants to, all you have to do is let me know, and we'll see about following up. But I told Michael I was aghast earlier. I was like, how the hell did we come to, that we're so deep into Star Wars?
Well, we got Tales of the Empire.
As a matter of fact, yes, that's what's upcoming, right? Tales of the Empire.
On Star Wars
then we're
Day,
going to have the Acolyte. And then I was telling Michael, I believe we're going to have the final or the second part to Andor. So I believe it's going to be in August if you just follow the lines. So
We're going to be so busy.
I haven't seen that actually officially announced.
Nor have I.
Acolyte.
Oh, Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. But I don't know. I don't know much about Skeleton Crew.
Nor do I. Yeah.
Might be the Bad Batch. Who knows?
Oh.
I am saddened. I am a fan of the Bad Batch from the very beginning. I did like the concept. It was really cool. I can't believe that we're here. And I'm glad that we're here spending this time talking about it because it is a lot of fun. And I am saddened. I did like the Bad Batch. These characters were unique. And knowing, I don't think Bad Batch would have the same resonance or the same feeling for us had it been anywhere else. It fits in the Empire. It fits in the timeline. It works.
Mm-hmm.
And
ooh, Acolyte's categorized as a thriller.
Yeah, I understand that the Acolyte is several hundred years before the current timeline.
Well,
So-
for like 2 years now, they were saying they were going to start revisiting the Old Republic eras, like the
Yeah.
old Republic, like in line with like the video game and stuff.
Well, I thought that they were going to have a movie on it too. That origination story.
Right.
Oh, well, did you guys hear the new Star Trek movie, number 4th movie? It's in the JJ verse, but it's going to be another origin story. It's like
Story.
30 or 40
Is-
years before the 2009 Star Trek.
I thought they had canceled
Correct.
that. I had heard it was canceled.
It's
Did they pick it back up?
regular, Gina. This is actually within the last week. They've
Oh.
announced that. Greg, what you're saying? No.
I'm saying that they keep saying there's going to be a 4th, and then they say there's not, and this person's directing.
And then
that
it's been a new
person's
director. It's been
Well,
new
yeah,
writers. It's been
Paramount did announce within the last, I'll say 7 to 10 days, that there's going to be a 4th movie, and that's why I'm laughing, because they said it's another origination story, but it's going to be 30 to 40 years before the 2009 movie. So it's like,
Oh, I don't know if you've seen this or not, but the episode 1 of The Acolyte, June 4th.
yes, I did.
Okay. And there are 8 episodes.
Hmm.
Is there a trailer up yet? 'Cause there's a
Yes,
for
I believe there
Kill.
is.
I think there
Okay.
is, yeah.
Yeah, there is. I think I saw just a little bit of it. But like I said, the Acolyte apparently is in the past. How many years in the past? I don't know. But we'll see. Let me know if you guys are interested. We don't have to do a weekly, which this actually worked, surprisingly, but then they were only 20-minute episodes too. So
And this is not a Filoni one.
the Acolyte?
Mm-mm. Creator is Leslie Headland. Created by and written by.
Okay. Well, sounds fair.
Yeah, so it's something different. So, yeah. So who knows?
Okay. I'm looking forward to the episode, and I'm sad that it's coming to an end. But it's been good. This last year has been fun, and being able to review it with all of you has been a lot of fun as well. And the beauty of this, as we do it, as I've said over and over, what I don't catch, someone else does. And it just goes on, and we all see something, and it adds to the conversation, which is probably the best thing of this. So, any ideas on what we're going to see, or do you have any other comments on what we have seen? Any last thoughts, I suppose?
Well, obviously, she's going to get rescued. Otherwise, it would be a very disappointing show.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean they won't get left in the Delta Quadrant?
Oh
I
God.
think they're going to try to rescue the other clones, and the other clones might end up being like sacrificed or something.
No.
No.
We still have those altered clones around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yep. The hunters or whatever they're calling
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. Well, again, you're talking more than 22 minutes.
Yeah.
All I know
hope
is it's
so.
going to be very interesting to see how they're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
And are
Yeah.
they announcing a spinoff from this, or is that part of the, the thrill of not knowing?
Yeah, I haven't been looking either because I'm behind on Discovery, so I'm avoiding social media like the plague right now. And I still haven't seen part 2 of Dune yet,
Hmm.
but I've pre-ordered the DVD, so
Oh yeah. I think
I've
Dune
been
is already
avoiding social
available.
media spoilers left
On
and
Prime.
right.
You can get it on Prime.
Yeah.
We've been looking at it too.
Wow. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance. The next movie that's gonna be out. Oh, folks, I'd like to go ahead and make the announcement right now. This is both to everyone who's here on with us. There's gonna be a Lord of the Rings movie that debuts on December 13th, 2024. It's obviously a Friday. It's going to be the the lore of the Rohirrim or something like that. It's
Oh
about
yes.
yes, it's several hundred years before. It's about Helm Hammerhand, and it is an animated movie. So
Oh,
let me know if you guys are interested. We may do something both like this, and there's some other stuff on the side. Let me know if you guys are interested in doing something for that movie. I know I'm gonna go see it, and if you guys want to do a review program, I need my
oh.
co-host to let me know so we can.
You said December?
Yeah, it's gonna be in December. It's a long way
I
away.
don't know what I'm doing in December.
Yeah. So
You don't,
I
Gina?
don't.
Shame on you.
I know.
Well, I
Gina,
also heard that
go ahead.
the Rings of Power did get renewed for a second season,
Oh, they're
Did it?
filming it.
Oh, good.
Or
Oh, are
despite
they?
the I guess the people that hold the reins of Tolkien's works weren't too enthused with some of the liberties they took with the characters.
What? That's interesting because I read the exact opposite, that they were enthused. They don't want Peter Jackson involved in any way whatsoever. They believe he bastardized, he destroyed.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Greg? That they were unhappy?
I did.
with
I've
Peter
heard
Jackson?
both now.
Wow.
Okay, that yes, but I had not heard that they were unhappy with the Rings of Power. I had first heard that they were stunningly happy. I was like, wow.
I thought it was amazing.
So that
I mean,
means
I-
Greg would
I-
like to review second season. So
But I also love Peter Jackson stuff too. I mean,
I do too.
I did.
even with the changes and the omissions, it was a beautiful adaptation.
Third movie, Lord of the Rings. My two favorite scenes when Pip lights the beacon of Gondor. You know,
Yes.
and the whole sequence of seeing each torch being lit up.
Oh yeah.
And then when I was watching the movie in the theater, when Gandalf is about to engage the Witch King of Angmar, and then you hear the horns. You know what they are, the Rohirrim. I remember looking, and you guys all know him, Dream Thomas. He was sitting next to me. We're watching the theater. When you see the Rohirrim on top of the hill, I remember turning to him, and he could tell my face, and all he did was. And I'm like, we've been at this for 7.5 hours, man. We gotta put it to them. And the ride of the Rohirrim, for me, is still one of the greatest moments in the entire series. For me personally,
Yeah.
when
But
you
I'm looking
see the
forward to the
Rohirrim
film and
charge
yeah.
into and start ripping up the lines, oh my god, it was unreal. It's you know,
I'm
folks,
looking forward to that.
you guys have talked about the music and stuff. I love how a little bit after, when you see the Corsairs coming up, and then you see the three guys jump off the boat, and the music is blaring. I love it because the director wants us to know what is about to happen. If there's any doubt, someone's about to get whooped. I mean, it's bombastic. You know, it's like, dude, it I love the way directors do jobs like that when they use the music, this, everything to give you a hint, to tease. In this one, there was no doubt what was coming. It was great. So those are my three favorite moments in the movie. I missed, folks, the line. Well, I may not be able to carry it, but I can carry you. I missed that line. I was stupid. I was like, well, that's your job, Sam. Pick him up. So I understand for a lot of people that was the most emotional moment in the movie.
I also got a huge kick out of seeing the scene with Eowyn killing the Witch King. Yeah, I thought, it's like there were so many things from the books that you had to see exactly as they were in the books, and that was one of them.
When I was in the theater, I saw it opening day, and Eowyn removes her helmet. She goes, "Well," he says, I cannot be brought down by any man." She was off the helmet. And she goes, "I am no man," and I heard it in the theater. And there were several women that screamed out joy. It was really funny. It didn't distract me. I thought it was kind of cool, but I got it.
And that was written in the 60s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah.
Early 70s.
Yes.
And it's
has a
like
different feel today.
both aspects of the time were there. It's like you had her being kept to the side, and no, you can't fight and all this, and and then you have her defying it. And
Yeah.
They're re-releasing the director cuts of those.
Yeah,
So-
I believe it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, June 7th, 8th, and 9th. Yeah, I've never seen the director's cut in the theater.
No.
Oh,
director's cut in the theater.
or the
Mhm.
extended version. I'm sorry, not the
The
director's
extended
version.
version.
The extended
extended-
versions in the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thomas-
god, I'll need a catheter.
Oh, dude,
Right.
I probably would. I don't know if I could. You know what? I don't know. Who knows? I might be a fool and try to do it, but we'll see.
We did it here, but it was like it was like an all weekend thing. Like we started on Friday and just let them run.
Well, what Dream did, Thomas, he saw, I think he saw all three movies in one day or something. And he saw the movie, and then he caught us in the theater. Like, "Hey, dude, so what he did? Come on!" He joined us. So for 2 days, that's all he did. He
Wow.
lived in the theater. That was crazy. I don't
That
think I
is
could have done that. The most I ever did was a double feature. It was Phenomenon with John Travolta. And that one left me emotionally exhausted.
That was a good movie.
Yes. And they did kill him. They did.
Yes,
I
they
was
did.
very angry at the very end when they were celebrating. I'm like, "You killed him, all of you!" But anyway. And then I saw Independence Day right after that.
Wow.
Oh God, I did
emotionally
too.
spent. That was a heck. And one of my seminary brothers, his sister worked at the theater. And when it says July 4th on there, I looked at my watch and I was like, "Oh my God, it's about 12:11 on July 4th." So I saw Independence Day on July 4th. Sorry. Anyway, we're way off. I'd love to continue the
Totally.
conversation, and there you go, Michael. You should have interrupted. I know you guys are tired. You guys are on this show.
This show's supposed to
Us
be
East
about
Coast
Star
people, you know?
Wars.
No, and we did, but at the very end, we did go off on a little bit. We were very good this time, and I don't want to make the co-host suffer and there's a reason why we don't volunteer for other stuff, Roger. So anyway, so it's all. Liz, did you get the
Some of us
silence on that one?
Yes, I
Still have a
did.
day job
The silence was deafening, so it's all good.
and
Folks,
other hobbies.
yeah, another hobby. Oh yeah, we do a lot of stuff, and it's just the way it is. It's part of it, and the numbers are there, and I'm eternally grateful. So this is the Bad Batch. We've now covered episodes 1 through 14 of the 3rd season. So looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm excited. I believe there is going to be some sadness in there. We've already had a little bit. There's going to be.
Yeah.
But I am betting that
As long as it's
soldier
not
we
Batcher.
saw. Well, I don't think we're going to see Batcher. I think Batcher was left on the planet.
Yeah.
So, but
I'm
where do you see
making
him
a bet. I'm going to make a bet that Crosshair is going to go.
Oh,
We're gonna lose him.
oh,
I'm 100% betting it's going to be Crosshair.
Well, his hand's been doing the thing again too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so I noticed. I think Rampart notices it. at
Noticed
one
it.
point,
Yeah.
that he's, when he goes like this, and you see him kind of do this the side eye thing. So, yeah.
Damn you, Omega.
Gotta love me.
Not right now.
The very last scene will be Omega reunited with Batcher.
Aw, that would be nice. No.
All right.
Well, where did we see him last? Where was he?
Batcher was when when the Imperials were leaving that planet. So that was in episode 12. That was the last time we
I
saw
think
Batcher.
Fee had the last scene with them, or the. It was either a scene with Fee or it was shortly after Omega surrendered.
Oh my, yeah, it was around there. But you know what? Batcher might be with Fee, right?
I was
Hmm.
thinking that. Yeah.
Okay. She might be there too. You never know. We'll see. The cavalry. Now, some people on the internet have said that it could be Wolf, and it could be some of the other characters that we've seen recently that they show up as well. But then I don't understand how. This isn't Lando Calrissian calling to the entire universe, to come and join up, or whoever, in the last or the Rise of Skywalker. Folks, since they had that in the preview of seeing the entire galaxy fleet, when it happened in the movie, I was like, oh, okay, there's a scene.
Yeah, I hate when they have like really good scenes in the trailer,
Yeah.
that kind of like spoil events in the film.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
they
tell
show
you,
the entire movie in the trailer.
Mhm.
I'm glad that they didn't show the scene in Rogue One when the Rebel fleet shows up. Oh my God, that was one of
Right.
the most emotional. Gina, you've seen Rogue One, right? I mean, Rogue
have not.
One. That's what.
I-
I'm sorry. What?
I have
Yes.
not.
You have not?
I have not.
Oh, you need to.
I have
Of all the new Star Wars films, it
In
is
my
the
opinion, that
best.
was the best.
Really?
movie.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, Gina, don't listen to us.
Okay.
We ask you to watch the movie. Yeah.
I will.
No. I didn't mean to ignore the conversation.
Oh.
I mean, Did I tell you the story that I saw George Takei? He was interviewed on Channel 13 the night before the Undiscovered Country premiered,
Ooh.
and he's like, "Oh my God, this is the greatest epic final battle you've ever seen. This and it's so climactic, and blah blah blah." I'm watching the movie and like, no. It was a letdown because he put it up to being one of the greatest things of all time. Don't listen to us. We like the movie.
Mm.
We humbly ask that you watch Rogue One.
Okay.
I don't think you'll be.
It was really
disappointed.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Ignore us.
No Jedi.
I'm sure she does anyway.
It's all-
so-
it's all,
Ignore us. Ignore us. Just
It's
go watch.
awesome.
No, I'll have to check it out. I will.
And you know
there's
what?
just a couple that slipped through my fingers there. I
Yeah.
didn't see.
My opinion was, after seeing the movie, it was, wow, if this is a direction Disney is going in, damn you, Disney, I'm in.
Oh, nice.
Alan Tudyk does the voice of the robot in it.
I love him. I have his autograph.
He's very fun in that.
Woman,
He's good in everything. I did.
Rogue One.
Yeah. Well,
We are all fans of the movie. If you get a chance, I'd love to. I'd love to know if you could watch it. I know it's a stretch, but if you could even watch it before, that would be. Again, don't listen to us because it's one of our favorite movies, and if
We
we
We have
talk
it on
about
like
it,
every other month. We'll have it.
you know,
Yeah.
Frank
We
used to
don't-
have pizza nights, and they would watch movies, and sometimes they would watch them, and then so that I never got a chance to, you know what I mean? Like I was always working or something else
Yeah.
going on, and so they would watch it, and then it would be like, well, he saw that already, so
oh yeah.
you know what I
okay.
mean? So it's one of those things like I may watch it while he's sleeping during the day. It's that kind of thing where, come across a movie. I never got to see that. Like The Natural. I've never seen The Natural either.
Oh my Lord.
Hey,
know.
We need
no
to,
judging. This is an imperial
Yeah.
safe place.
I don't know.
I can't believe I said that. This is an imperial safe
Hasn't
place.
seen the Natural.
If there is such
I
a
have
thing.
not seen The Natural. I know it's.
That's all right. That's something that we could discuss for another day. But if you could watch it before next Sunday, that would be cool.
Oh, maybe yeah.
It would be neat, and I would love to know what you think of it. Good and bad, because like when it comes to Andor, I really think this, or Kenobi, for instance.
Mhm.
Greg is a fan of Obi-Wan. He really did like it. I'm a fan of Andor. Yes, and Greg and I are the exact opposite on the aforementioned shows. Greg thought Andor was boring. I thought Obi-Wan was lurking. And I think that's cool. But we are on the opposite sides, which is really cool. But we respect each other's opinion and we appreciate that. And I don't think you'll find the four of us here saying anything bad about Rogue One.
I'll have to check it
Nope.
out. Have you seen Rogue One?
Oh, Omega. Oh,
That's
wait,
a nope.
Here for so we'll have to. He watched Bad Batch with me today.
oh,
He,
awesome. So
he got
has
hit
he
by
seen
a
Rogue
bus
One?
last week, so he broke his collarbone, so came to
Oh,
stay with us for a couple of days. Yeah,
Oops.
it's been a fun week.
yes, it
He's doing
has.
good though. He's walking around the house like this.
Hopefully he can get better soon, man. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a good kid. But,
Well, hey,
yeah, so we'll probably take some time and watch it
see
together.
if you can. If you have Disney, it's like there's no excuse.
Oh yeah,
It's on there, yeah. So it's good.
yeah. Okay.
All right, well, folks, who knows? Maybe we'll do a Rogue One review down the road. But that movie has been done quite a bit ourselves, but we just haven't done our opinions. I know we've mentioned it from time to time, and it's good to know, Gina, now because I was going to reveal something very big,
Uh-oh.
and I'm
Uh-oh.
glad I
it's good you
didn't.
didn't.
I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I saw the look on your face. I'm like, wait a minute, have you
Like,
seen
I
Rogue
was-
One? Like, ooh. Oh yeah, man. I would have spoiled it, Michael, because Michael
big
knows
time.
Greg,
I'm gonna
Omega.
keep
Mike,
you from talking. I can.
oh no.
La 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 la.
I've bored the audience with that before, so
Ah.
they all know one of the emotional scenes, and all I can say is,
Quiet,
know
Roger.
what they
Quiet,
mean by-
Roger.
I want to know
who's
what
in it?
bad
Maybe
bad-
so I can reference
Well,
the.
the character of Andor is from that film.
Oh yeah, I definitely didn't see it though.
Yeah, so you haven't
So,
seen Andor, yeah.
Pedro Pascal? No. Pedro
Nope.
Pascal's Andor.
Diego Luna.
Diego Luna.
Luna, yeah.
Yeah, Diego Luna.
I did think he looked a lot like the other guy though, the Mandalorian guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the guy
Pedro
that
Pascal is
does-
better looking.
The guy that does.
I wouldn't know.
Trust me, I do.
Oh,
Now I can't even think of the character's name.
wait, for which one? Sorry.
The girl's father.
Girl
I
from
can't
what?
think of the actor, the actor's name and the character's name are escaping me right now.
Oh, you mean a Rogue One?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mads.
Oh, the
Mikkelsen?
actress?
the Hannibal guy,
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen,
Oh,
is in it.
he's always good.
Yeah, did you know that Governor Tarkin? Just kidding.
All right. So
Wait. I may have slipped. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you shouldn't have slipped.
I
It's
didn't.
all right.
I didn't
Come
catch
on.
it. Oh,
That's
I
good,
didn't.
Gina. You didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all good. Hey, folks, we are.
Just
I'm
overlook
going to end up
that.
ruining it, so I
just
don't want to do that.
ignore that. That was one of the better parts of the film.
It went right through. So
Good.
Good. So it's all right. It's all good in the hood, folks. We will be on next week. Don't forget, check out everything that's happening at ndbmedia.net. Please give us a like and subscribe. We do appreciate it. It helps the old folks home.
Yeah. And on
It's
Saturday
actually
night,
fun.
episodes 4 and 5. Is that right, Greg? Of
For Discovery.
Discovery.
Yeah, I'm glad I'll be able to catch up on that one too. And folks, we have a lot of stuff scheduled, a lot of stuff planned. It's going on calendar. We have a lot of programming that's going to be on the network over the next few weeks and months.
And
Check it
maybe some
out.
surprises really soon. But
I
not
think
going to say
so.
any more.
Yes. Yeah, actually, we have quite a bit of stuff in the works right now that Michael has earned the right to hint what he just did. But we're smart enough to have learned not to say it.
Hmm.
So, way to go, Greg.
Regina.
We're
in
with
private.
the comments
Other
in the chat
cast
room.
members that she'd know.
Thank you.
Yeah, some of the
Yeah,
ones that are in the
no.
movie. There's some big names in there, man. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
So-
you know.
yeah.
So for the audience, Forrest
check
Whitaker,
out the
Ben
calendar.
Mendelsohn.
Folks, as far as the review for the Back to Galactica, it will be resuming soon. I figure within a month or less, but we're trying to get our calendar going because we do have quite a few programs. We have some new programs that are going to be joining the network, and we have to find slots for them. And we just have a lot of stuff that we're going to be doing. We're eternally grateful to all of you spending your time with us. We love your comments in the chat room. We thank you for sharing your ideas. But come ready to play next Sunday because yeah,
The
I
Bad
think it's
Batch
going to be
wrap
good.
up.
Yeah. So in the incarnation that we know now, it's coming to an end, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if as far as anyone else, if you are interested in joining us as a co-host, by all means, just go ahead and contact us on the website or here on Facebook, however. And if you're interested in doing your own program, if you have any program ideas, let us know. Hey, network is huge. So
Yeah. One of those should be coming up within a couple of months too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think there's two of them. And
At least.
at least, yeah, that they're just coming over. And there are a few other people that are coming over from Middle America. And I'll leave it at that. And they're
And
gonna
one
be doing
Liz
some
is
programs.
excited about that she even knows this much possibility. So
Oh,
yeah.
well,
But
we'll
that's
see.
right. Liz is not here. Yeah.
No, I'm
Talk
not.
with your mouth
Or
covered.
she's not.
It muffles you, Michael.
I know.
Yeah,
I can't read his
that's
lips either.
yeah, that's probably why he's doing that. So,
That
folks,
is why.
we're gonna end the episode right now, and we're gonna share some stuff offline amongst ourselves because we gotta have a quick little
Powwow.
Team meeting.
exactly that. But it's gonna be quick.
Oh
It's
man,
just-
I'm gonna have a tape full of those tomorrow.
20 more
Raj.
flair.
yeah, no, we're out of here, folks. Bad Batch next Sunday. We'll see you guys. Appreciate it, guys. May the force be with you.